There's been a Magic versus Magic 2 conversation out here that I want to talk to you about too. Speaking of Magic too, people kind of got them.
Go ahead.
Slightly even. Now we got Esquire in the building. Shout out to Esquire. Esquire with a super chat says, best verse on volume 2, a week ago, verse 1, and the second verse on It's Like That. I like It's Like That. Also,
I don't like It's Like That.
I like It's Like That.
We can keep that.
Also, after Nas, Cole is easily been the best MC this decade. Think you're giving Cole extra points. We're not looking at the whole thing.
Right, because he doesn't have a project that would crack our top 15 albums for this.
Exactly. I think people have put in too much great work when it comes to like albums, you know what I mean? For us to just say that, because what are we basing that on? Verses?
Right.
I want to find this.
Because Freddie would have 2 albums in our top 15 easily. He'd probably have 2 in our top 10 probably.
That's what I'm saying. We can't disregard Freddie's work and the work that Freddie's put in.
Because really, if you really want to look at it in terms of like album quality output, well, I mean, he's the only person other than Nas that is toting around 2 projects as good as he's toting around right now for the common era, just quite frankly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is what I saw. I want you to see this, and I'll talk to the people about it too.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Okay. So let's look at it like this. And I want to give a shout out to the people that put this together. Flipper Purify put together a Magic versus Magic 2. And this is the way he scored it. Let's see. He has Speechless winning the first song, right?
Over Abracadabra?
Yep, over Abracadabra.
I would agree. Speechless is probably the best start-off song of all of the series.
Got Meet Joe Black over Office Hours. What do you say about that?
Yes.
Meet Joe Black over Office Hours? Okay.
Not by a lot, but yes.
Got Ugly over Black Magic.
Yeah. I got Ugly over almost everything, though.
Ugly's pretty great.
Ugly's classic.
Got Motion over 4016 Building. You don't sound like you're with that one. I like that. I'm with that.
I'm with that.
I think Motion's better.
I can be with that, yeah.
Thumbs up in the chat, everybody. Get everybody in the room.
That's close, though, but yeah, I can see that.
Bokeem Woodbine over Hollywood Gangster.
Yeah.
It's interesting how these fell together.
Not by a lot.
Got Magic Irvin Johnson over Woo for the Children.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we 3-3. Wave God over What This All Really Means.
Yeah.
The Truth and Slow It Down. Now, there's a tie there. What do you have?
I'm taking Slow It Down.
You've said Slow It Down is the best song in this whole series.
Arguably that or Store Run.
Okay.
Like when I think of this series, the records that come to mind immediately are Store Run and Slow It Down. And then after that, Nobody and The Truth. So close.
And then this comes down to Dedication and Pistol on the album cover.
I think Pistol's on your album cover is better.
Well, you just scored Magic 2 over Magic 1.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel,
you
know what I'm saying?
Well, why do you think it kind of, I guess.
But some of that is personal choice too. And some of that is personal choice too. That's what I'm saying. It's like, for me, it's like I would probably be cool with drawing 4016 in Motion and drawing Slow It Down in The Truth, because it's not like I think The Truth is like an inferior record. I do prefer Slow It Down.
Right.
I think the bar work on The Truth is better.
We gave The Truth quotable.
Yeah, it was verse of the year.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean,
but also too, even with Dedicated, it's like, no, if you told me Dedicated was better than Pistols on your album cover, it's like, it might be to you. But for me, like, no, I like Pistols on your album cover. Like that's one of my favorite joints of the series. That's what I'm saying. So there's a couple of joints like Slow It Down and Pistols on your album cover are 2 of my favorite songs from this entire series. Like, period.
So what do you think that Magic has over Magic 2 like that then?
It's the feel.
Yeah, I was gonna go there too.
It's the feel.
It's an off the wall versus Thriller thing, right?
Yeah, it feels a certain type of way. Like, how about this? There's not a record on Magic 2 that feels like Ugly does. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or Speechless, where it's just like, ooh, like that shit's cold. It's like you like what you. That's what I mean. It's like they took the theme and ran with it and made it like a more versatile and fun project. But it's like there's not the street poetry on Magic 2 that there is on Magic 1. That's what I mean.
To me, I
Like
think Magic.
Ugly is that poetic guy that like wrote Do-Rags and Project Window.
Right.
And No Ideas Original, like that wrote Rewind. It's like, no, that guy is on Magic. Like Magic 2 is traces of that guy, but it's the current guy.
I think there can be an argument made that the song making was better on Magic 2 than on Magic.
See, this is what I mean. They have a better groove now.
But this is what I will say about Magic. Magic was the most shocking effort in this whole series because I had no idea that that guy was still in there at that level. And I remember hearing it, and I think I hit you up. It was like, if they would have told me that this album, these songs were recorded in like 98 or 99, I would have believed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't fathom the fact that he was spitting at this level in 2021 at the time, right?
See, here's what I'm saying. Like, Motion is a better beat than 4016, as crazy as that seems. And it's more cleverly written, but it doesn't have some of those poignant ghetto poetics that we laud him for that make him special to people. You know what I'm saying? Take my quotes. I'm here to start a company from one of my phrases. We in the air of letting dumb shit kill you for no reason. You know what I mean? He's not talking like that on Magic 2.
Yeah.
His talk game is super, super high and it's fly, but it's more fly talk. And that's cool. You know what I mean? He's not doing, there is no the truth on there in terms of the message. You know what I'm saying?
To me, I think some of these songs on Magic 2 are a lot more palatable for I don't want to say a pedestrian audience, but for a massive audience than the first Magic is. Because I know I was playing Magic 2 around mixed company, you know, people who really ain't following stuff like that. And the Bokeem Woodbine records and stuff like that, people are like, yo, this is new? You know what I mean? Like, in the same people, I was playing some of the stuff from the first Magic, and they weren't really as into it. So I think if that is what they set
this
out
has
to
a wider
accomplish,
scope. Yes.
That's what they were set to, you know, trying to accomplish with this. And I think they succeeded in that.
That's what I mean. So it's like, you know, so Magic 1 versus Magic 2 essentially is like, are you going to take the new nostalgia or the old nostalgia is essentially, you know what I mean? Because they're creating something new, but he still kind of keeps it nostalgic. It's like they're the Eric B. and Rakim references.
Right.
The Boogie Down production references. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they made a change of direction, though. I think that when they made the first Magic, you know, I say it tongue in cheek. I said when they came out with KD2 that those two have magic together, and you know, and I kind of credit myself for naming their album. But
this is
it came from the Mr. Magic thing, and I think it, like you said, it was a whole nostalgic trip. Whereas this time around, it was about something else.
Well, it's about the actual theme this time.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why it's like, well, the poignant poetics are not there on this one. Because the point now is to express the theme. So it's like on Slow It Down, he's saying, let's play a game. I hand you a king of diamond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, no, he's buying into the theme and selling you the theme this time. He's not selling you the bars. He's not selling you Nasty Nas. He's selling you Magic 2. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're selling this time around. And it's like they just bought into the theme. Look at this abracadabra. You know what I'm saying?
But the way you speak of the first Magic and the way we both feel about the first Magic, because it was a real tipping point for this show, it's interesting to see how close song for song Magic 2 is with that album.
It's not far off, Mike.
It's not.
It's not far off.
The consistency of these 5 albums is staggering.
It's
still.
frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like when people are like, you know, KD3 is like a top 5 Nas album maybe. It's like, well, shit, that puts like almost all these other ones in the top 10 because they're all like shades. You know, like right there, it's not like the gap between the albums, Mike, is like this.
Yeah, I think the one that most people would put in the last place or in the 5th spot, rather, would be KD1. And KD1's really good.
Mike.
And that was the one that we were really kind of like, yo, this album is dope.
Mike, Full Circle came on my playlist when I was on the way here, and I was like, damn, I was like, this record's dope as fuck.
I think KD1 is going to age very well.
It already has aged well, Mike. That's what I'm saying. I was playing Full Circle in the car, and I was like, damn, I was like, this record came out like over 3 years ago now. I was like, it sounds great.
I think Ultra Black is one of the stronger singles from the whole series.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like Ultra Black more than I like Rare. I know that's not popular.
I do too. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that is popular. Jay Short with the super chat says, I'm seeing this movement bubble where people are trying to go back and re-audit the Nas / Hit Boy story and decertify classics. Nas got 3 classics this run.
I mean, I think Katie. I mean, if we were saying, I mean, for me, I told you it's like, well, KD 2 is like a modern day classic. Magic is just classic. KD 3 is just like the best rap album of this decade. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't totally disagree. And Magic 2 and KD 1 are not like far off.
Yeah, they're not.
Of that. I'll tell you what, and this
You got KD 2 over Magic 2, right?
That's about winning the marathon again.
I think we got the same order.
Because here's the thing, and here's why KD 2 is better than Magic 2 is like, oh no, Store Run and Nobody do cancel out Pistols on Your Album Cover and Slow It Down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Motion in Office Hours and Bokeem Went By. No, that's not enough to beat everything that's on KD 2.
No, facts.
Got that Death Row East, Mike. No, I was about to
I
bring up
knew
that
it
Death
was
Row
coming.
East, right? You knew it was coming.